with love and strength and faith. Hallelujah, heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve in heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Anybody who is running away from their record of service is not worthy of our trust and can never be a good leader. It was Julius Caesar that said, the evil that men do lives after them. Now, a lot has been done between 1984 and 1985. To run away from that in 2015 is unacceptable. We are marching forward, we are not going backward. Yes, we need a change in Nigeria, but not a change from going forward to the past. The change that we need in Nigeria is to restructure this great country of ours. And the president has offered a unique opportunity when he put in place wise men and women to sit across the table and debate the future of our great country. And they have come up with a document. They've come up with a document that will further enhance the transformation agenda of Mr. President. So come March 28th, the most sensible thing to do is to support a man with a vision, a man who is bold enough to recognize that the problem of Nigeria is in the structure of this country, rather not just changing from the old to the new. I would rather confront my future with a man who has demonstrated a sense of direction, a man who for the first time in the history of our great country has elevated us to #1 nation in terms of economy in this continent. And of course, a man for the first time in the history of Nigeria who have truly enhanced our democracy. Democracy is about creating a platform for everybody to express themselves. In 5 years of Mr. President, we've not had one political assassination. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. And today, we are talking about the rail system in Lagos State because the president saw the wisdom in supporting that program by signing on for Lagos State to obtain a loan to do a railroad from Igomu all the way to Badagry. Another man in 1984, finally, another man in 1984 had a unique opportunity to support the mass transit system project of Alhaji Kayode Jakonde. What did he do? He killed the program. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think the case is clearly made. Nigerians will evidently embrace the future come 28th of March 2015.
My fellow youth, I beg of you, let us not be provoked. Let us shun violence. We have the numbers. We are going to the polls and we are going to vote PDP.
President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, in the last 4 years of his stewardship, when we put our trust in him, has ensured that Nigeria has moved from step to step, has ensured that in every sphere of our national life, for everything that we stand for as a country, our president has achieved. From our education to agriculture, to our defense, to ensuring that we invest in ICT, and indeed in our political life, this president has ensured so. Lagos has been the epicenter of ensuring that Nigeria returns to civil rule in 1999. And this is Lagos, and we believe that Lagosians will stand where real change stands. We are not talking about change that will go back to 1983 to 1985.
True.
We are talking about change that will move us forward, and change that will ensure that Nigeria is built upon. Young people, come out en masse. Don't be frightened. Come out en masse on March 28th, and let's revote and let's re-elect President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
But thanks to our president, we realized our dreams of becoming one of the best pilots in the country. It all started with the life of one youth that has been changed. And changing the life of one youth, you are affecting the life of millions of youth around the country. This is an encouragement. This is a wake-up call. It all started with a dream. This is not a Niger Delta affair, because amongst us, we have people that are represented from every states in the country. We have people from the north, from the east, from the west, and from the south. This is not a Niger Delta affair. This is a national and a Nigerian affair. So I want to say thank you to our president. Thank you, and we want every youth to keep believing. Hold on to your dream. With Mr. President in power, come this next election, all our dreams as youth are going to be realized in Jesus' name.
APC says, read their manifesto. They say they will cancel Sure P. Sure P represents about 5,000 times 36 jobs in Nigeria. Read their manifesto. They say they will cancel Sure P. Will you vote for them? 100% of those who are engaged under Sure P are young men and women like you. The party that talks about change, it is in their manifesto. Go and read it. They say they will cancel Sure P. Will you vote for them? Will you vote for them? Vote for President Ebele Jonathan.
Youth, you know retirement age for work for Nigeria? What is retirement age? 65. If you be judge, 65. Professor, 65. Supreme Court, 70. Presidents in a retirement home. And they ask you in a retirement home. Person will retire and make you retire. My dear youth, the Hong Kong, the riot where they do for Hong Kong, now 17-year-old. Pilot to come here at 18. 975, one go fly us. We not go land though. We need 18 years to fly us. The man he said he can find security. Saying can find security. You know where the girls today, you go bring them back. Our president don't begin fight them. If you know where you keep the girls, make you go bring them now. I beg we don't know. Now you know where they're there, make you bring them back. Any idea where he gets, make you come tell our president. When I say Jonathan, he said forward. If I said the other one, now backward. Jonathan! Jonathan! The other one! The other one!
Una want go backward? Now forward you want to go. Jonathan, carry go.
Today, on social media, they abuse Mr. President. Abi, they do caricature in the newspaper. They do on TV self. Mr. President don't lock anybody up. You see this one? This one, we say he won't go there. It will not take joke that you people like to enjoy you. So, be careful. That social media you use, and you assume that it will be there forever. It is not all countries that allow you to use social media the way we use it here. So you are looking at a situation where you take the risk of having a dictator in civilian clothes. God forbid that that will happen. I call you people, I call you the change generation. You are the change generation. And you know all I ask of you is that you take charge. They say you are the leaders of tomorrow. Is that correct? Are you the leaders of tomorrow? I know here. Yes or no? Are you the leaders of tomorrow? Pilot at 19, is he the leader of tomorrow? He's the leader of today. All of you wait on old 30, you say you are leader of tomorrow. You are leader of today. And the message for you is that you must take charge. This life, this Nigeria is about you. There's nothing President Jonathan wants again in Nigeria. There's nothing Jimmy Agbaje wants for himself. It is about you. And so you must take charge. And when we say take charge, what do we mean? Take charge is to say that this Nigeria belongs to me. This Nigeria is going to be good for me. It's going to be good for my children. It's going to be good for my brother. It's going to be good for my sister. That is taking charge. Taking charge is saying that nobody can use propaganda to intimidate me. Nobody can tell lie and think that I will believe. I was coming today. I saw one advert. They say 4 million homes, 4 million houses. I laugh. I said for this Lagos, these people that want to do 4 million houses for Nigeria, in 16 years, they have done under 5,000 houses. In 16 years, under 5,000 houses. So taking charge is saying, come, make us shine my eye. Don't tell me story. It is important that we go out. We go out and tell our friends. We go out and tell our family that, you know what? The best option for us is Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
DJ Big M.
Let me give you one promise that myself and the PDP will continue to do things to protect the interests of Nigerian youth. And we are totally committed because we believe in you and we believe in what you are doing, and we believe that we must give young people opportunity to perform very well and be useful to our economy. And the examples are clear. When we came on board, we realized that one area that is key to young people is the issue of communication technology, ICT. And that is why we created a special ministry. Unfortunately, the minister is not here. I could have given her the opportunity to just brief you about 5-10 minutes on what we are doing. We've looked globally and we realized that
Nigeria, of course, we lost out during the Industrial Revolution. We lost out even when we talked about agricultural revolution in other places. And we feel that the IT revolution, we should not lose out completely. And that's why we created the Ministry of Communication Technology. And the IT area is one area that has given opportunity to young people all over the world. A number of people mentioned the issue of education. And I'm not shy to say that I come from a very poor background, from a very remote part and rural part of this country. The only thing that have made me to get here today to interface with you and talk to you as the president of this country is because I went to school. And that's why we believe that we must create opportunities for all Nigerian youths to go to school. When we came on board, out of the 36 states of the Federation, 12 states has no universities that are sponsored by the federal government. And we said that is not fair. What is good for one state is good for every other state. And we established 12 new universities to make sure that every state has a federal university. We also realized that if you look at the police, you look at the army, the armed forces have the NDA. The NDA is presently structured in a way that by the time you pass through the NDA, you have a bachelor degree in addition to military qualification. We don't have that for the police. Because of that, we upgraded the police academy in Kano to a degree awarding institution. So that with your school cert and you enter that academy, by the time you are leaving, you also have a bachelor degree. So when you finish serving the police, you also have a bachelor degree that can take you to anywhere you want to go. We also realize that in Nigeria, we have a very long coastline. And beside the long coastline, we produce oil and gas. So many tankers, vessels, pass through our coastal waters. Yes, we have a cabotage law that's supposed to give Nigerians advantage in terms of maritime industry. But we don't have well-trained people. And that's why we established a maritime university, making the 14th university we established. To make sure that young Nigerian youths get the highest level of education in terms of the maritime sector so that they can work in these vessels owned by people from all over the world. We have done wonderfully well to create opportunities for young people. They have talked, you've been briefed about the Shopee, so let me not bore you that much. But the idea of the Shopee, especially the area where we encourage young people to go into businesses, is to make sure that we create the next set of millionaires and billionaires from among young people. Most of you must have read about Asian tigers, Malaysia, Indonesia, and so on. Those countries are great because of small and medium-scale enterprises, not mega industries. In Nigeria, the very young people, some of you are very creative, don't have the opportunities. So unfortunately, we cannot give everybody because our population is big. We have millions of young people that are willing and are ready and they have the ideas, but we have to start somewhere. And that's why we created the Shopee, where we are giving grants, not loans, to young people, and a number of them are even exporting their products. A young lady that is, I think she deals with bags, of course, the leather industry, was invited for a fashion show in London, I think last week or this week or so, a beneficiary of that Shopee program. You can go on and on. Even the health sector, the agri sector, the road infrastructure, railways, people have said so much. And sometimes people say, oh, PDP is not working. I'm talking about PDP generally. And I used to ask people, have you really compared? Forget about even the central government, because we can defend what we have done within these past 4 years or 5 years at the center. The rail systems that, like others mentioned, collapsed. It was 1983, 84 that the rail system collapsed in this country. We are bringing it back. For the narrow gauge we have almost completed about 90%, and we are starting with the standard one for faster movement. Road infrastructure, the time we took over, only about 6,000 to 5,000 kilometers of the federal government roads. We have about 35,000 kilometers of federal government road. Only about 5,000 were motorable. Within this period, we've added 20. In the next 3 years, all the federal government roads will be paved. And we'll begin to open new arteries. In the power sector, we've done the privatization. We are in the interface, moving from a federal government 100% control of the power sector to a private sector control. Within the next 12, at most 18 months, this interface that is being properly managed will be over, and there will be significant improvement, and we'll take power for granted just like other countries. And it is key because without power, micro, small, and medium enterprises cannot do well. Yes, you will try, but your returns will be quite low. And that's why government is committed. In the health sector, I told some young people that we have eradicated guinea worm that has been disturbing some parts of this country. Polio is one thing that the whole world was worried, that Nigerians still have deformed children. Why must we still have deformed children? As at the year 2011, I was in Australia for Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. And the Commonwealth has a special session on polio. Myself, the President of Nigeria, the Prime Minister of Australia then, the host Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of Canada, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and the President of Pakistan, all of us participated. Only 5 countries had polio. Unfortunately, Nigeria was among the 5. It's unfortunate. Don't clap. The whole world, 5 countries alone were incubating polio. Unfortunately, Nigeria was among the 5. Nigeria, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan. And I promise that we will eradicate polio. That there's no way we will hand over polio to another set of, that within these 4 years of this administration, we will end polio. Our target was to end polio in 2014. But because there are some issues we had, when some people said that the immunization was reducing the reproductive rate of women, and some of the federal government workers were attacked and even killed, that retarded the process. But today, we are almost on the way out. The last polio case was registered in Kano in June last year. Before the end of by June this year or so, the World Health Organization will declare Nigeria polio-free. And I told young people, before this time, even when I was a deputy governor in Bayelsa State, our hospitals, including the artisanal hospital, couldn't open your heart. They cannot enter your thoracic cavity. But now some of our universities are doing open heart surgery and doing kidney transplant. They mentioned about agriculture. In 2012, we had devastating flood. But for the robust agri programs we have, food was still available in this country. We did not beg for food. You can go on and on. At the center, the PDP government can say that we've done wonderfully well. But I always even talk about the states. Being the president, I've traveled through all the states of the Federation, severally, from 2007 to date. The only states that have built airports, and you need at least a domestic airport in every state capital. The only states that have built domestic airports now, some of them are first-class airports, are PDP states. No other state, I'm not aware of any other state, because any state that builds airport, the federal government handles some of the projects there because of the security nature of an airport. No other states, only PDP states that have built airports. Akwa Ibom, Delta, Gombe, Jigawa, Kebbi, Bauchi, and of course Bayelsa has gone far with their own. No other state. How many states have built their state-owned universities? I think all PDP states have state-owned universities for their people, for their children. Even in government house and presidential lodges, the best ones are in the PDP states. And you can go on and on and on. And these are verifiable things. You can set up a team of young people to go across this country, inspect the facilities they have in the government houses and presidential lodges in the 13 states, and score for yourself. And some people continue to deceive Nigerians that, oh, PDP is not doing well. There are bases for comparison. Compare what they are doing and what we are doing. The difference is very clear. So for this evening, let me thank you young men and women, our sons, our daughters. You represent the future of this country. We must give you that privilege. And this is a government that gives people opportunity and sometimes is being abused. There are some countries that some of the things being written in the social media will even land you to jail. But here we laugh and say, carry go. That the appropriate time, either because those who do these things, either out of ignorance or probably they were induced to do certain things. But most of them, when they listen to the real thing, they say, yes, you cannot say this against this government. And we challenge anybody. No government, in terms of road infrastructure, within the space of 4 or 5 years, no government has done more roads than this government. Within this space of time, no government has intervened in the educational sector more than this government. Within this space of time, no government has intervened in agriculture more than this government. Even in the healthcare, even in petroleum sector. When I was in Port Harcourt, 7 days of the week, I used my car 4 days. The filling station used the car for 3 days to get fuel. You no longer have those kind of long queues, endless queues. Occasionally, yes.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Nigerian youth, in appreciation of what our military are carrying out day and night to ensure we sleep while they are awake, we want to present as a sign of our own appreciation and to commend the military by Nigerian youths, brothers and sisters. Since Mr. President is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, we believe that when we present this to him, our military troops in Borno, in Yobe, in Adamawa, we know that Nigerians are with them, Nigerian youths are praying for them, and Nigerian youths will say we appreciate them.
Mr. President, on behalf of all the youth of Nigeria, if you open the card, sir, you'll see that it's been signed by so many people.
You are seeing this? I stand with our military. Move on, Nigeria. Congratulations.
So on behalf of Nigerian youth, we want to say, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Nigerian youth. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Jonathan.